You're listening to Bear Talk, Brisbane style with Damien the Brizzy Bear and Samson. Hello everyone and welcome to Bear Talk Brisbane style with Damo the Brizzy Bear and
Samson.
And how is everyone? I hope everyone is well and had a great few weeks. Well, we've had an exciting time in Brisbane and Australia the last few weeks. So
I don't know if you call it exciting, but kind of scary, but a lot of action.
Different types of action as well.
Yes,
depends
true.
on the state. So it has been for Australia in Sydney, in New South Wales. It was the Mardi Gras parade and event for the LGBTI community, which I did attend, and we'll talk about that soon. It was a very great parade, and all the parties were awesome. And I had a great time in Sydney, but
a little too much of a great time.
Never too much of a great time. I bet you didn't want to
come back though.
I didn't want to come back. No one wants to come back from a party like that. Yes. Well, to reality, I didn't want to actually come back to.
But then again, we have something to look forward to in June for Southern Hibernation. So
we do.
Yay! 10 days of bear party.
Woohoo! In space.
Yes, bears in space.
And so we don't have a raunchy review this podcast because of the next thing that happened to Brisbane, Queensland, after Mardi Gras that I sort of flew into.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
I think you got here like just before it hit.
I did, yes.
Safely. Didn't blow off the runway.
We didn't, no.
Yay.
So we had a cyclone. Brisbane had a first cyclone in about 50 years.
Alfie hit us hard.
Yes. And so a cyclone, for people who don't know, so in the Northern Hemisphere, in America, they're called hurricanes. In Asia, they're typhoons. And in Australia, we call them cyclones.
And it usually happens up north rather than further up north than what we are.
Yes.
But rather than this time, it decided to come down and inland.
To visit Brisbane and southeast Queensland, which is very, very unusual.
Yes, it was a very mighty storm. Actually, at first, I thought nothing was going to happen because when we were told it was going to hit, we were told it was going to hit. At first, we were told it was going to hit the Friday afternoon, and then it got pushed back to the Saturday morning. And I woke up at like 5:45 on the Saturday morning, looked out my window, and I was like, "Oh, nothing happened." And then the tail end was the sucker. That was the worst part of the storm.
I concur. It was bad. So, yes.
And Gold Coast and Moreton Bay / Stradbroke Island got hit the hardest. Pretty much, there's no beach left on Surfers Paradise. It's pretty much just cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon they're going to have to get like a whole lot of shit ton of sand and just like chuck it back on the beach. They do.
The council has 120 tonnes of sand in sand storage.
Yeah, okay.
They're going to put back onto the beaches to refloor them. So we're going to talk about Alfred, our cyclone friend who didn't need for the first bit of this podcast today. So, and then we're going to look. Then I'm going to talk about Mardi Gras after. We'll start with the bad, end with a positive.
Yeah.
So, so I did get affected where I live. We got, ironically, we got water through our switchboard of our house into one of the power circuits.
We love that.
And it fried the power circuit. The electricians fixed it. It's all safe now. The electrician was very, very cute.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he was the guy who came over to fix your power was very hot.
He was. It's like, oh, you're lovely. It was a very good bonus. So, nice legs, mullet hairdo, very ochre Australian, stocky build, perfect.
Bet he's straight as fuck, though.
Probably is, but that's not the point.
So spaghetti until it gets wet.
That's right. So he fixed the power point. We got all that working, and then we also got water into our carpet downstairs a little bit, not too much, so I got that dried. And on top of all that, our washing machine decided to fuck up as well, so we couldn't wash all the towels I put around all the windowsills, and you had mouldy, wet mess smelling. So that's all washed now.
The bonus is you got a new washing machine out of it.
We did get a new washing machine.
And it's very nice washing machine.
It is.
Yes.
It is, and it's black. Well, actually, gunmetal grey.
Gunmetal grey.
Yeah. So
I love that.
perfect. So I really wanted the matching dryer, but I didn't have the money for that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No. So got the new washing machine, washed the towels, to put them on the line, so that's a positive. I can start washing all my clothes from Mardi Gras now. Yay!
And they're no longer mouldy.
No longer mouldy. That's right. The
Good.
smell's gone. Yay!
And a
And
wet towel stinks, hey. Like,
yes,
this is the reference. If if you have someone with stinky smelling spunk, I think that there is like the reference I always use is it smells like a towel that hasn't dried properly. So,
yeah, tons of those.
for those people who want good smelling spunk, make sure you eat correctly and eat healthily. And also pineapple juice helps too, I've heard. It makes it taste sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm yet to have spunk that taste disgusting, but I'm sure there's people out there that have nasty tasting spunk.
There is. There always is.
Yep.
There's-
Have you ever tasted your own just to make sure that it tastes okay?
yes.
Is it alright?
It was alright.
Put it in a cup, drink it for
No, I've seen that on some porn movies. No.
I don't mind cum, it tastes nice. I'm a bit of a cum guzzler.
Love it. What do you run on? How many litres per 100 kilometres?
How much does it cost to fill you up?
That's right.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Good old Alfie.
And so we had towels on all the windows because the metal windows has water drainage and all the water comes in the window. So we've put all that in, and that stopped the water coming into the house. That's did its job. And but the wind on the Saturday night, early Sunday morning, I was up at late Saturday night, and I could feel the house shaking from the wind. So
Wowzers.
it was
That's crazy.
It was really gusting, and I think at the airport just down the road from me, I think they said 94-kilometre-hour winds.
Was that Archerfield?
Yeah.
Yeah. No planes were flying that day, that's for sure.
No, there weren't. So
I think like both Brisbane and Gold Coast airports shut for like a couple of days.
they did, yeah, and Ballina and also Sunshine Coast.
Oh yeah, Ballina and Lismore got hit real hard as well.
So for everyone, if geographically, that's northern New South Wales,
near
the Queensland border.
Yeah, Tweed Heads-ish way. Yeah.
Yes. So it was a fun few pays, and the worst thing was, again, besides Brisbane, yes, it floods and things go out, public transport stops, and Brisbane lives on a floodplain. As there's a book called Brisbane, a River with a City Problem, and that's so true because the river here's first. We built a city around it, and we flood, and people build there, and it's like, well, I do feel sorry for you, but at the same time, you should know it's a known flood area, but also the council should not let people build there in the first place.
That was like Toombul in 2022 when the Toombul shops got shut down because it completely flooded.
Yep.
And they built that specifically knowing that it was a floodplain.
Well, it wasn't as bad until the airport tunnel went in.
Yeah, fair.
So that took the water used to go both sides, and they put the tunnel road in, and then it only went to one side.
But then they demolished the shopping centre that's there, but they're planning on building another, like, apartments with a shopping centre, or shopping centre again with apartments up the top. And I'm like, are they stupid?
Well, it's going to be on stilts.
Oh, well, so they say.
So car parking underneath. So that if they do that, that's a smart idea.
Yes.
Car park underneath, and then shops and apartments above. That's fine.
Well, yeah. Architecturally, they need to build smartly.
Yes, I agreed.
Yeah.
And also the place was sinking from all the rain and the water.
Truth. So you're talking about the buses and stuff, and it was weird because they stopped, and then when they went back to running again, it was like some runs were running on a like Monday timetable, others were running on a Sunday timetable, and then others were running on a Saturday timetable. So all these poor people who are catching buses had no idea when their bus was going to come, and they were just hoping for the best.
I know, I was looking and I was on the road and I knew it was a Saturday timetable and there were people waiting there for a Monday to Friday timetable. It's like, you got a long wait, you got half an hour to wait for this service.
But I guess the beauty of the buses in Brisbane now is they've got real live tracking times.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess that helps. And also, if you are a bus traveller or a train traveller, you should probably be using your TransLink app anyway. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. So and also the other thing is, and I don't know what it is with Australians, or I don't know if it's an Australian thing, we had it at COVID, is everyone buys so much stuff at the supermarket.
Oh, it's fucking
It's
ridiculous.
But what I don't get is, why does everyone go mad about toilet paper?
Toilet paper and meat were the two things that were, and bread were the
And milk, probably.
and milk. Yeah.
But the thing is, if your power goes out, you're going to lose your milk, you're going to lose the meat, you're going to lose it all.
I wonder though, like, people like prepping for doomsday, and it's like, yeah, people go crazy over those particular products. I remember walking into the shops and being like, what the actual fuck is happening? Like, and water. Bottled
Yes.
water was another one that people were going nuts over.
I know, it's like, seriously.
And I'm like, don't be selfish. Like, get what you need to last you a couple of days and then leave the shop.
Exactly.
Like, it's not that hard. Like, come on. And people, like, hoarding stuff, like, and I'm like, far out. Like, you're not leaving anything for anyone else. That's ridiculous.
No, so there was no point going to the shops
No.
for a few days. I was actually surprised when we had to go shopping because I was away in Sydney for Mardi Gras and I hadn't shopped for a month, and we went Friday night and there was actually stuff back. And I was like, oh, we got supply again. So I feel so sorry for the supermarket staff and the truck drivers trying to get all the stuff back
Oh,
in.
hats off to them, though. They've done a great job, and
But-
keep doing what you're doing.
That's right, but they got it back, and also all the rail workers and the Energex people for working, trying to get all the power restored and trains back on track and everything. It's been
You know
a big
what
job
they
for them.
say? Not all superheroes wear capes.
No, some wear lovely uniforms and tradie gear.
And trade gear, did you say?
Tradie gear, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
of
just like our
course.
den night last night.
Yeah. So the cyclone was interesting, and as Samson said earlier, I did fly home on the Wednesday, just was sitting off the coast. Ironically, I had one of the best flights of my life.
Damn.
The flight was really smooth. We did take... Unusually, though, we actually followed the coast home. Usually a flight from Sydney to Brisbane will go inland and come in, but we followed the coast, so between the water and the mountains, the Great Dividing Range.
So it was probably safer that way?
Maybe it was, or
Yeah,
maybe because if over the mountains it got more bumpy, I don't know, but we're following this path.
You fly Economy X, though, right?
Does it look like I fly economy, Samson?
No, Economy X, which is like an upgrade. Or you fly business.
I fly business class,
yeah,
darling.
he's a bougie bitch. A bougie bear.
I fly business class, and I need my extra luggage allowance.
How much do you pay a year for your Virgin? Like, oh, it would be cheaper for you because you used to work for them.
No, I don't. No,
Oh.
no. It's I fly full fare business.
Yeah, but like, you'd have like a platinum.
Gold card.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that would surely
No
get you a
discounts. No.
What does it get you then?
Lounge, extra bags, priority
I guess.
boarding, priority check-in,
Yeah. Still
Extra
not
points.
worth it, I don't think.
extra bags, darling.
Yeah, but how
For-
much would you pay a year for that though? Roughly.
About $2,400 on flights.
Yeah, but hang on, no. Like, do you have to pay
You have
a
to.
certain?
You have to fly.
Yeah. Okay. To build up your.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense. Okay, so you fly enough to make it worth it then.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
But ironically, all the perks on my gold card I get in business class anyway.
Oh, well, that's good.
So then
And the extra leg room and the extra butt room as well.
yeah, and I get fed.
Yeah, true. You don't have to pay for your
No.
food.
And it's actually really great. I love the food. The guy, the flight home though, the big spunky cabin lead guy. I was like, I want to take him home. But he was amazing. I got the food, and he gave us like the main meal. Then we had the cheese and crackers that normally get. Then we had Tim Tam chocolate. We had biscuits, and we had what do you call it? chips and other bits and pieces. He filled
For
the
an hour
plate.
and a half a flight.
It was
Yeah.
fantastic. And then we got tea, coffee, and juice. Like, you got big bottles of water. It was great. The only thing is with the flight, it was a bit rough when we were landing into Brisbane, and because I could feel the wind pushing, coming in from the south as we were landing, because Brisbane's south. Brisbane's airport's runways are not quite east-west, a bit of an angle, southwestern angle, but we landed all right. We come in fast and hard, and when we touched down, we went thud down.
Oof.
And we had cheers and clapping from economy.
Fair. How many seats are in business?
On Virgin there's 8, on Qantas it's 12.
Okay, and like when you, because I'm not rich enough to go fucking business class. Anyway, when you walk into the plane,
Yes.
is it single seats?
No, doubles. So
Okay.
it's 2 seats on each side of the aisle.
And you are sitting next to someone, but you have enough space in between each other.
Correct. Yes.
Maybe one day I'll fly
It's like
business.
it's like Goldcast or VMAX at cinema.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll fly business.
But the extra service and the extra room is lovely. And
True.
Yes.
Fair.
And, if I'm flying to Melbourne, the first hour I'm eating and drinking, and the second hour I'm sleeping.
I can never sleep on planes.
I love it. The sound of the engine knocks me completely out,
Wow.
and I'm out to
Wow.
snoring my head off
Yeah.
down. And I wake up and, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to land. Oh, okay. Please put your seats up and your tray tables away. All right.
Yeah, fair.
So, no, so yes, I need to keep my gold membership because it is worth it. I do enjoy it, and I need the extra room because, unfortunately, this bear travels with a lot of luggage.
What date are you flying down to Melbourne
What?
for hibernation?
Oh, I haven't worked it out yet.
Fair.
Because I haven't booked that far ahead. I'm just trying to keep my gold membership at the moment, so...
Oh, I was just thinking if it would be funny if we were on the same plane.
But you don't fly Virgin, do you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I fly Virgin.
Oh,
but
right.
I just don't have the money to fly business.
Oh, I don't think it's telling some porkies there.
No, I definitely don't. Plus, this last trip, I had a travel voucher, so
Oh, there you
it
go.
was almost a free flight.
Woohoo!
Well, pretty much is a free flight, because Andreas really paid for it.
There you go. Perfect!
Yeah.
So that was my flying home story. So now we moved from the cyclone, so most people are safe. We did have some flooding, especially in the Logan and Gold Coast area. Some people did lose their roofs and things. I know.
I saw a report of this guy, and he was just like in his lounge room, and he was sleeping.
Yes.
And his roof came off, and he didn't even wake
Yes,
up.
I know. I saw that too. Yes,
Bro, you must be a fucking heavy sleeper.
yes. Or come off quietly. One of the two.
Yeah, fuck. Can't imagine it would have come off quietly.
So and those people, I'm sorry, and I hope you can get back on your feet shortly because it is tough and it's hard.
Yeah, definitely.
So it is a tough gig, and working through everything. So
Well, in the
good luck to
city
them.
itself where I live, we didn't really get a whole lot. A lot of rain, as per normal, but
yeah,
the winds
come to
weren't
Queensland where it's bucking you down with fucking rain all summer long.
yeah, well, that's Queensland. That's tropical weather for you. I remember actually when I first moved to Brisbane back in 2008. We did have like somewhat of a cyclone then, and
Rain depression usually.
well, it was I think Yasi, the tail end.
Oh
of
yeah, so
Yasi.
rain depression.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've just moved there from Melbourne, Victoria, which is southern weather, and so none of this tropical storms. Anyway, get up here. I'm living with these two people, and we have this storm, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're just like, oh, it's just a tropical storm. And I'm like, I think I want to go home. I don't like this. But then I stayed for 5 years and then went to Sydney, and then I've been back up here. So, what do you do?
You must like the tropical weather.
I actually hate the heat. I just like the lifestyle of Brisbane.
True.
Yeah, chilled and laid back.
that's also true.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time. Except if you're on the roads at peak hour, which is turning into a nightmare. But we won't go there.
It's better than Sydney, I can tell you that. Sydney is bumper-to-bumper traffic 24/7. No joke. Like, those roads are disgusting. And the drivers down there, no offence to New South Wales, but you are fucking awful drivers. And so rude. Very, very rude.
Well, that's true.
Not even thanking people when you let them in. I hate that. That's a
That
pet
actually,
peeve.
that was actually funny at my Mardi Gras trip. So we went to Mardi Gras now.
Yeah.
On my Mardi Gras trip in Sydney, I heard all the horns beeping, like looking at the lights, going, "What the fuck's going on?" And I just realised, everyone's beeping their horns. Actually, now I have some dorky moments. Damien does have blonde-haired moments, and I had a few in Sydney. So, in Brisbane, you walk up to the traffic lights. Since COVID, we don't have to actually push buttons to cross the lights. They're automatic.
Automatic, yeah.
So I walked up to lights in Sydney, and I realised, oh shit, I actually have to push buttons here.
And they don't have the counters there either.
No counters, no. That's another pet peeve. And the other thing that's really annoying, especially if you're looking at your phone for a second, and they go dunk, let you know when to cross the lights.
Isn't that meant to be on every walk one because it's for blind people so they can hear?
No, not in Sydney. It's not,
Wow.
or Melbourne actually. Brisbane, every light's got the dunk, let you know to cross. But down there they don't have that. So that's really annoying as well. Those two things, like, just come on, people.
Wow.
So you have to A, pay attention to the green man,
Yeah.
and B, push a button.
What happens if you're blind?
I don't know.
They just like take a risk and start crossing the road. And
Well,
hope for
hopefully the
best?
dog can see.
Yeah, but what if they don't have a blind dog?
I don't know.
Wow, that's horrendous, Sydney. Get your act together.
So that was pretty interesting for me. So that was one thing.
What was the next thing?
I love the parade. So I did march. Thanks to Sydney Harbour Bears. Thank you for allowing me to march with you guys. I had the best time.
I heard that it was the best Bears float that they've had thus far.
Oh, it probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
You stuck out like dog's balls though, because everyone else was in red and yellow and you were in bright pink.
Well,
and you said to me, you were like, not everyone goes on theme. Everyone was on theme.
No, everyone was on theme.
Pretty much.
Like stuff
From
that...
what we saw on the fucking TV, everyone was on theme. And then all we see is this bright pink Damo walking on the street. Jokes on Damo.
Oh, that's right. Stuff this themed thing. So, no offence, but so that was really good. So I had a really good time. I actually got stopped for photos.
So cool.
I had
by randoms.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So Alicia was like, "Oh, can I get your photos?" I said, "Sure." And also, all the people had their hands out to high fives or clapping or fist pumps along the way.
Did you have a dance to do this year?
No dancing,
Oh.
no. So it was just free for all. But we
Nice.
were running up Oxford Street
Oh, really?
because
Trying to catch up?
the timing, they had a big gap between us and the people in front of about at least 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
we were really pacing up. So by the end of it, I felt like I had a cardio workout. I was drenched. My arms are sore from waving. But it was the best time.
Was your mouth sore from smiling?
No.
I always get like really emotional walking up the street, and I often like tear up a little bit walking up the street.
I was too pumped up and energized to have that to happen.
You know what I really loved? And it's been mentioned before amongst our bear committee here, but I love the fact that when you guys got to Taylor Square, they did a big confetti and a big fire for
Yes.
Mr. Muzz, who unfortunately passed away at the beginning of February. But that is so nice, and I'm getting goosebumps about talking about it now. But yeah, that's so lovely that they did that. Like Mardi Gras.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
And they were a very big part of the Harbour City Bears, and
Yes.
very, very, very missed. Yeah.
No, it's and and I think they did it proud, and it was really, it was a great night.
Yeah.
And except the only thing I did have a complaint with, it's always with a big event, of course, there's not enough food vans. There's half an hour queue for ice cream.
Is that all you ate for dinner?
Oh no, I ate before I went because I
Okay.
knew how bad it's going to be.
Yeah.
And also then a similar queue again to get drinks and things. So it was a long queue for things.
I will say though, the holding area the last couple of years has been a lot better than the previous years. Like, I remember back in, I think it was 2017, the holding area was fucking horrendous. And it had rained as well.
Oh.
And so, like, the line to get to the Portaloos were, like, sloshy. People were losing their shoes. And, like, it was nasty. But the holding area has upped their game a lot since 2017, that's for sure.
Well, there's still a long queue for the loo.
Yeah, there always is. Even though there's, like, heaps of Portaloos.
Yes.
And they also have the troughs there as well that people don't bother using. And it's annoying because as somebody who can't stand to pee, I'd rather, people who can stand to pee to use them, get in so I can fucking go to the toilet too.
Exactly. I agree. But the one bonus was also the ice cream line was there was a really cute SES uniform guy in front that was a nice eye candy vision. It's like, I want your number.
I used to volunteer for the SES.
So that was really lovely. The atmosphere was electric. It was the best. I've done 3, and that was the best parade I've done.
Yeah, nice.
And it was great. The Bears at the Bears after party at Oxford. Thanks Harbour City Bears for putting it on. I did enjoy it. The only problem is it's the Oxford Hotel itself. I went to the Friday night there as well. So for a Queenslander heading to Sydney where you think it's cooler, Sydney was warm, and it was humidity, and the air conditioning was not up to standards.
Did it rain on the parade?
No, it didn't this
time. That's like...
It was great. I didn't get sick either.
That's so weird, because every year on Mardi Gras, it usually rains on the parade day.
It didn't this time.
Wow.
But the heat, it's like, I was boiling. It's like, where's the air conditioning?
Yeah,
I'm hot. So
yeah, they let a lot of people into the Oxford too, so the more bodies, the less the aircon's working.
That's right. Yeah. So I had to leave. I was there for about an hour at the after party. It's like, this bear's cooking.
Yeah.
I need to go home to air conditioning.
Do you remember last year we didn't even bother? We kind of just walked back up
to
the street.
Went to the pizza shop.
Let's just get pizza and go home. I'm too tired.
I love that pizza shop.
But then we went out the night after.
We did.
So did you go? You went to Extra Dirty this year?
I was meant to be going.
Oh, okay. You didn't end up going.
No, I ended up being in saunas instead. And then by the time I left there, I went, I'm too tired now. I need to just go to sleep.
Fair.
Yes.
So you wasted money on your Extra Dirty ticket.
I did, but you know what? Sometimes you have to go, you know what? I'm letting it go.
Is it still at the Shark?
The Space Knights Club, yeah. And then, was going to say, so yeah, and I had a great time. The Bears pool party is always awesome. If you ever go to Mardi Gras in Sydney, please go to the Bears pool party if you can.
Is it inclusive?
No, so it's only for
men only.
Men only, yeah. But it is fantastic. I love it. That's such a fun night.
That's on the
Friday night.
Yeah.
It is awesome. It was going off and I loved it. Just a tip, always have dinner before you go because I do have food, but I know I'm a bear and I eat a bit, so I eat before I go too. So I have double.
Oh yeah, well, if you're hungry after swimming, that usually happens.
It does. So, no, had a fun time. It was awesome. The Under Bear party I went to, that was great. I caught up with some old people I knew and some old friends, and so that was really good. But I wasn't in the dance party mood because I just got in that day. I was like, I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, totally fair.
So it was a good party. I loved it. The music was great. The what was I say? The saunas. Oh, you know what? I do have an issue with the Sydney saunas.
They've got 2, right?
Well, there's technically 3.
Okay.
Well, there's technically 4. So there's one at the bottom end of Oxford Street. There's one halfway up, which is a military theme one. There's got no sauna per se, but it's a sex club. And then the one at the top of the street.
There's one next to Arc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's that one out at Parramatta. So I didn't go to that one.
Oh, that's too far.
Yeah, but the one in the city. So for a big city with all these different saunas and sex clubs, only each place, except if you had to pay for private rooms, one of them had private rooms with them. There's only one Sling room.
Oh no,
Oh.
Damo loves his slings.
It's like, seriously, you think there'd be more than that? And also, you look at the equipment they have. It's like, Brisbane's got a better variety of hours.
Which one did you go to? The one next to Arc?
I went to all of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Multiple
Except for the
times.
Parramatta one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, going, wow, this is really surprising for a big city. It's like, wow. So that was my, like, more slings people.
Rumour has it they're closing Arc.
Yeah, it was in the Q News today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was that, and then what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the parade was great. The afterpay was good. So they went to the Bears afternoon for a while. That was nice on Sunday.
Is that at the
New
county?
Town?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went there, and then I had a few days at home in Sydney just to look around, do touristy stuff.
Yeah, when everyone else went home on Monday, Damo went home on Wednesday.
Exactly. So I thought it'd be extra dirty being drunk on the Monday, but I ended up having an extra touristy day.
True.
So
And you did your famous ritual of going to Pancakes on the
I
Rocks.
did. I love that place. Yeah, that was a great meal. Oh, I loved it. And
What did you have?
blueberry pancakes with pineapple, grilled banana, and something else.
And a coffee.
Also, strawberries.
Nice.
And yes, I did have a coffee.
Yeah.
Yes,
Coffee and a milkshake?
of course I do.
Of course, that's your ritual.
That's my standard. Of course. So no, I had a fun time, and I met some lovely friends for dinner on a couple Monday and Tuesday nights. So that was good. And then, no, it was a fun trip. I didn't want to leave Sydney, but I had to. I had a breakfast buffet, and that was the only thing I had scheduled.
At the place you were staying?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I had a breakfast buffet every morning, and I had curry every morning for breakfast, or noodles, or fried rice, or something. It was
Interesting.
really nice. I was like,
That's not the Western culture way, but why not?
no. I went, you know what? Stuff this. I didn't have the bacon cooked as I like it. I like my bacon charcoal, like it's being dead twice. It's like, I can't eat that. It's too, ugh. So I hinted the Asian food. It was nice. I didn't have the seaweed soup. I went, yeah, that's a bit too far. But
Seaweed soup?
yeah, a
Ew.
bit too far. But the other bits were lovely. And then and I had all the pastries. I used to eat
Yum.
the pastries and stuff as well. So,
Love a
big
good
shout
coffee
out.
Danish.
It was good. Hotel was great. It was only 10 minutes to this or 12 minutes to Oxford Street, and 10-minute walk to the city. But the best thing is, it was only a 5-minute walk to the pool.
So, if you were to go down next year, will you stay there again?
I would stay there. If I go to Sydney, I'm stopping there all the
Yeah,
time.
fair. Good
Because
call.
I had a nice view of Sydney Harbour as well.
Yeah, it was a very lovely view from your photos.
Yeah, and I was really excited for the train buff in me. I get to see the trains going past on the Eastern Suburbs line.
The
So-
trains in Sydney are cool because they're like double-decker trains. So you walk in and it's like you can either go upstairs or downstairs. And when I lived there, we used to call it, you walk in on Earth and you can either go to heaven or hell. And usually you choose hell because no one wants to go to heaven. It's too geeky up in heaven.
I go up!
You go up.
I always go up.
Damo's the geeky.
I take photos and look at the train window, looking at the people. But I did...
And the chairs move.
Yes, the
So you
swing.
can, yeah,
Yes.
which is great.
But I have my other friend, he did go down for another reason, so he could look up at all the guys.
Haha, love that. Love that.
So you look at that guy. So there's a positive of going down, is looking up at people.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't, if you're a woman, you wouldn't have a short skirt. You have to be very mindful of that, wouldn't you?
Oh, God.
So no, Mardi Gras was fun. Really recommend, if you have a chance to come to Australia at that time of the year, to go. It's usually mid to end of Feb, early March. It's on. So if you can attend 1 year, go. It's great.
My suggestion is always being in the parade because you don't have to fight the crowds on the side of the street, or being a volunteer on the side, because that's also a good thing, is because you can just stand there and just watch the people come past. But being a spectator isn't as good unless you buy a grandstand seat on Flinders Street, because otherwise you're just like stuck fighting the people in the parade, and then if you're by yourself and you need to go to the toilet, you lose your spot and blah 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 blah.
And yes, and all the expensive food and drink, and then
Yeah, and then people charging like $20-$30 for a seat. People come around with seats and they charge 20 or $30 for people, and people will buy them because they're fucking tired of standing up all night.
That's true. Oh, that's true. But the food, remember, wasn't it $18 for chips and like $2 for gravy? That not this year, this went last year.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I think it was like $20 for chips and gravy or something crazy.
That's ridiculous.
It was like, yeah, no, we're not paying that.
No way, Jose.
So that's a Mardi Gras review. Yes, I've had, and also yes, I did have some very good sex in Sydney as well. So that was lovely.
Oh yeah, that guy that you said that you got the best blowjob of your life.
Yeah,
2 days in a row.
Yeah, it was great. So good. So no, it was really fantastic. I had a great time, and I'll hopefully go to Sydney again soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I might have to cash in some freaking fly points. All right, we're going to so yeah, no raunchy review for this podcast, so please look out for the next one. And we're going on to now
the round.
We're going to the community notice board
and the events of the community.
Yeah. Thank you very much. See you soon. Welcome to Bear Watch News and Community Notice Board with Samson.
Welcome to Bear Watch News and Community Notice Board with me, Samson. So straight in, we'll go to Sporties. So on Saturday, the 22nd of March, they have CWC Cabaret from 8 p.m. till late. Entry is $15 and all proceeds going to QPP, which is Queensland Positive People. And that event is hosted by Betty Nature, and there will be plenty of performers that night. Every Friday night, we have Balls Out Bingo hosted by Gayleen Tuckwood from 8 p.m. in the Nellies Bar. And then we have downstairs Rainbow Karaoke from 8 p.m. hosted by Princess Paula and G-Star in the Bunker Bar. Saturdays, there's a new production show called Eurovisionary, starring Roxanne Redacted, Anxiety, Anya Bike, and Havana Crown. Shows from 10:30 p.m. and DJ Merlin spinning the tunes on the decks. Over to Bootco, they have nothing on for the next 2 weeks. And to Brisbane's, also nothing on for the next 2 weeks. Then we go to our Queensland camping bears. So Friday the 28th of March to Sunday the 30th of March, there is a camping camp at Bluff Creek in Kenilworth Camp. On-site attendance fee is $20 per night, and this they're trialing a new thing, and this is a dry trip, so no alcohol. And then we go to our friends in Harbour City Bears. Saturday the 29th of March, they have a barefoot bowls at 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Alexandra Erskineville Bowling Club, which is at 1 Fox Avenue, Alexandra. $40 for members and $45 for non-members. Barbecue lunch at noon, and be sure to bring your ID as this is a requirement of the club. Vic Bears, Tuesday the 18th of March, Bears Be Walking. Arrive at 6:15 p.m. for a 6:30 p.m. start at the Walker Fountain, which is on the corner of St Kilda Road and Lincolngo Avenue, South Melbourne. Then on Saturday the 22nd of March, they have their Den Night from 5 p.m. at the Laird Hotel, which is at 149 Gipp Street, Abbotsford. Everyone gets a door prize entry, members draw, and there is a barbecue from about 7:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. there will be DJ on the decks. Bear Men of Adelaide, Sunday, March 23rd, Bear Men of Adelaide drive to Victor Harbour. 10 a.m. meet in front of Nick Scully Furniture, which is at 808 Marion Road, Marion. 10:30 depart to head to Harvest Strawberry Fields, and a pick your own strawberries, and a punnet is between $5 to $12. Then 12:30 p.m. head to Whalers Seaside Tavern for lunch. Then over to Perth Bears, Sunday the 16th of March, which is today, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. They have Grizzly board games upstairs at the Inglewood Hotel, which is 803 Beaufort Street, Perth. And then over to Bear, New Zealand, Friday the 21st of March at 4 p.m. March Furry Friday, which is at 39 Ponsonby Road, Glen Lynn in Auckland. I also wanted to mention a special mention to Jonas, Mr. Vic Bear 2024, and Tia, Mr. Bear New Zealand 2024, and Mr. Australasia Bear 2024. They're both competing in Mr. Bear International in 2025 in Bangkok, in Thailand, on the 13th of April, and we wish you both the very best of luck. And that is it for Bear Watch News this fortnight. Thank you.
And welcome back, and thank you for listening to another Bear Talk Brisbane style podcast with Damien. Damien again. Oh, geez, I'm half asleep. Damo the Brizzy Bear.
And Samson.
I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, it was a cyclonic and special. We'll hopefully bring you back and, a Raunchy review for next time. And we'll bring another interesting topic. Well, thank you for listening. Until next fortnight.
Be brave, be bold, be Beary, and enjoy the sling.
Bye-bye. Bye.